everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be about my reading plans for February. I think it's been like about 2 weeks since I have filmed a video and I got bangs in those 2 weeks. I've had them for about a week. I'm still figuring out how to style them and stuff, but I honestly really love them. They're kind of like long bangs slash like short curtain bangs. I do have to cut them a little bit because I kind of want them to be a little bit more in the middle and they're a little too long right now, so I do have to cut them a little bit. But honestly, I love them and I'm so happy I decided to finally do bangs. I wanted to get bangs when I first dyed my hair back in September, but honestly, I was just way too scared. I thought I wouldn't like them. I thought it would be too much of a change, and I thought they wouldn't look good on me, but I was determined to change my hair up. I have just been wanting change in my life, and I thought it would be easiest to change my hair, so I did the bangs. I'm just so happy with how they've turned out, and like I said, I'm still figuring out how to style them, but I think they look pretty good. And yes, I did reorganize my books a little bit, so there are a couple of different books in the background now. I will actually have a video coming up in the next couple of weeks where I filmed me reorganizing my bookshelves. It's just kind of a very laid back, chill vlog, so that will be coming soon. But yeah, I did reorganize my books a little bit, and I'm happy to have some different books in the background. I love reorganizing my books. I think it's really fun, and I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. So now into the books that I plan to read for February. I actually have a decent amount of reading plans. I will link my Goodreads list for all of the new releases that come out in February that I am curious about and that I do have on my TBR eventually. I will only mention one that I actually think I'm going to end up reading in February. I'm also going to link my February reading plans video down below because I will kind of reference that video, and there are some books in that video that I still haven't read yet that I do plan on dragging into February. The new release that I'm probably going to end up reading in February is A Player Hater by Sarah Nye. This, I think, is an adult contemporary romance. It's also a sports romance. I don't really know much about this one, to be honest, but I really enjoy Sarah Nye's sports romances, so hopefully I will love this one. I'm planning to read Believe Me by Tahereh Mafi in February. This is the 6.5 in the Shatter Me series. This, I'm pretty sure, just follows Warner and Juliet as they like plan to get married. I'm sure I'm going to love this. This is going to be a very quick read, so I will definitely read this in February. This came out in January, but I wasn't really that interested in it, but I have seen reviews and everybody has given it like 5 stars. That is Getting Real by Emma Chase. So now I really want to read this. I think it's about a single dad who is like a doctor. I think the female character is a nurse. It sounds super cute. Like I said, I've heard really good reviews, so hopefully I will also love this one. Then I plan to read Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorina. This I don't know much about, to be honest. I've just heard really good things. I've heard that it's very emotional and maybe a little dramatic. I think the female character moves to like a new school and she falls in love with her teacher or something. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. There's just something so exciting about like going into a book not knowing much about it or not really knowing anything about it. I don't know why I love to do that, but I genuinely do. So I don't know anything about this and I'm gonna read it. And in my January reading plans video, I said how I would like to catch up on an author's work every single month, meaning like some of their newer releases or just like things that they've put out in the last like year or two that I'm behind on. For January, it was Penny Reid, which I still have 2 Penny Reids that I need to catch up on. So those I'm also kind of planning to kind of keep on my radar for February. But I do have another author I'm hoping to catch up on in February, and that is Sarah Nye. So obviously she has her new release that's coming out that I want to read, but I have a couple of her older books that I still really want to get to. So I have Jock Romeo, which is the 6th book in the Jock Heart series. I've heard really good things about this. I feel like I'm really gonna love this one. I don't think this is a sports romance. I think it's just like a college romance. Or actually maybe he does play a sport. He might play rugby. Then I have Hard Pass, which this is the first book in the Trophy Boyfriends series. I haven't read this series yet. I don't know why. I think when this book came out, I wasn't really in the mood to read Sarah Nye anymore. I was kind of disappointed with how her Jock Hard series was going, so I kind of just took a break from her books, but I really want to get back into her new adult sports romances. So I really want to try to read Hard Pass. I've also heard that the second book is like the best, so I might end up reading this one and then the second one as well, or I might end up reading the whole series. I think there are 3 books in this one, maybe 4. And then I also do have Bachelor Society. This I actually have no idea what it's about. I don't think it is a sports romance. I think I've heard mixed things about this one, but I've heard that it's really, really funny. Hopefully I will like it. I definitely want to try to catch up on as much Serenai as I can. I just think her books are really fun and feel good and cute. And I'm definitely in the mood for the kind of stuff that she writes. Then I would really like to reread Lucas by Jay McLean. This is the first book in the Preston Brothers series or trilogy. I want to reread it because I want to read the next 2 books in the series. I haven't read them yet, and I feel like I should reread the first book and then continue. So I'm going to reread Lucas, and then I'm hoping to read Logan, which is the second book, and then Leo, which is the third book. I don't know if I'm going to get to all 3 of them, to be honest, just because Jay McLean writes very emotional, heavy, dramatic books, and I don't know if I want to deal with something super heavy, so we'll see if I read all 3 of them. I definitely want to try to reread Lucas though, for sure. It's weird to think that I haven't read this series yet. I don't know why I have neglected the Preston Brothers, but I would love to try to complete this trilogy. Even though Lucas will be a reread for me, I do have 2 other rereads that I'm hoping to read in February. I mentioned this in my January reading plans video, how I want to at least reread an old favorite book every single month. So Lucas does kind of count for that, but I don't know if I'm still going to love it this time around, so we'll see about that. But I have 2 other small books that I'm hoping to reread in February. So I have Beautiful Beginning by Christina Lauren and Beautiful Beloved. So this is book 3.5 and Beautiful Beloved is book 3.6 in the Beautiful Bastard series. Like I said, they're both little novellas, so I will definitely read these very fast, but I do want to reread them so I can continue slowly rereading this series. It's been really fun rereading this series, and I love the pace I'm rereading it at. Like, I love kind of just rereading 1 or 2 a month. I think it's really fun, and I'm very excited to continue my reread of the series. And then I still have the book that you guys picked for me to read for the next 3 months, which is The Stopover by T.L. Swan. I still haven't read this yet, but I am planning to read it in February. I think it's gonna happen in February. That is pretty much it for like my main reading plans for February. Like I said, I do have some books that I talked about in my January reading plans video that I didn't end up reading. I am pre-filming this a little bit early, so I might have read some of these books already, but I still have Her Soul to Take by Sin I Rise Part 1 and Part 2, Redeemed, From Lukov with Love, Pestilence, Marriage and Murder, Beard in Hiding, and Long Shot. Those are still on my radar for February. They aren't necessarily a priority, but I still kind of have them at the back of my mind that I would love to read them. I feel like that's going to be a pattern for my reading plans videos where I drag my TBR from the previous month. You'll see my wrap up, but I did pretty good for reading things that I actually had in my January TBR. So I'm pretty confident that this year I'm going to end up actually reading a lot of things that I plan to read or that I mention in my reading plans videos. I feel like this TBR was honestly all over the place, but I definitely have a lot of books that I hope to read in February. Let me know what your reading plans are for February. What books do you have on your TBR and what new releases are you excited for? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!